It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikings and the 49ers coming up next.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupy the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll set up to throw. And this one brought in by Sanu. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Out of his end zone, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. Gets this one to use check. And he's taken down inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Mitchell. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dalvin Tomlinson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Third and short yardage. Cousins completes it to the fullback Ham. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. But sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins rolling to his right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Luke Stocker there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Garoppolo again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got a boat down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Gold is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. From the red zone now, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll throw again. Cousins dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 25 on second down, Garoppolo. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials point out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room? And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
On first down, Mitchell down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play fake. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Take it in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they make some adjustments.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And on the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd down, It's Mitchell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Off the play fake, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's Dalvin Cook there with a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Checks this one down, it's Mitchell. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Cousins to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Cousins on the move to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the... Oh, he fakes the spike. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Can we go back to the days where if you tapped your wrist as a quarterback, that just meant you're going to spike the ball, not fake spike it and try and get something downfield? They just tried it there, and it wasn't successful, but I know what you're thinking, right?
Dan Marino, Jets, 90s.
Yeah, without a doubt. His Dolphins got over on him. They faked the spike play, thought they were going to stop the clock, ended up throwing a nice pass for a touchdown, I believe.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points, and then